Anything else is like for visual effect. Everybody healed up. You, get to bathing. I demand you bathe at this moment. You're not supposed either. Bathe too. Bathe.
The tomb guards were still undefeated. Was the trembling evil afraid of them?
No. No, no, I was not. I should probably do something about you guys a little bit eventually, but I'm not doing anything.
There are enemies in your dungeon. It's payday. Finally, the ritual had begun. Now, all the corrupting evil had to do was just wait. However, you could be sure that Multisand wouldn't be sitting by the fire waiting for the ritual to end. So, it would be necessary to protect Barthas from her followers until he was done.
Those animated bone racks are trying to desecrate the tomb. Kill them! And if they get back up, kill them again!
Multisand didn't seem to enjoy robbing the dead as much as the corrupting evil did, and sent her troops off to protect the tomb. Spoil sport. There are enemies in your dungeon. The throne room is under attack. Enemies have entered the dungeon. There are enemies in your dungeon.
Help! Help! I'm being repressed! More attacks, the case may be.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. There are enemies in your dungeon. Done! The ritual had been completed, and Barthas had become a great deal more powerful.
Hey, tell them about this new trick.
Yeah, fine. Henceforth, Barthas would be able to create an unholy aura, help the corrupting evil cast spells, and desecrate the holy places. You know, holy places, like the one in the middle of this map. Oh, by the way, the ritual had brought the corrupting evil enough evilness to improve his throne room. It should already know what that means. After all, it was playing the expansion to Dungeons 2. What it didn't know was that the energy released by the ritual had reduced the nearby entrance to rubble. The good news, that means no more enemies would be coming in that way anymore. The bad news, the corrupting evil would have to find another route to get its mindless army to the surface now.
Ha! The altar is completed. Now we can revive the heroes. Krotos will stomp you into the ground, Barthas, you traitor!
Oh, sure. Our good Melty-Sand just proved to be about 5 lines of dialogue and 2 minutes late. The graves of the former heroes were desecrated, and nothing would rise, except perhaps for a couple of undead.
What? It isn't working? Barthas, you will pay for this. You may have destroyed these heroes, but with the altar of the fire god, I can always resurrect my troops. Your days are numbered.
That was unpleasant indeed for the increasingly deep in the doo-doo evil. That altar had to be destroyed.
Deep in the doo-doo. That's what we're going with. Okay. Will someone kill this mini person? This bard? I don't need him seducing my ghosts. Even if they have white black hair and long black hair.
There are
and
enemies
red eyes.
in your dungeon.
I don't need him seducing it. No seducing the ghosts. Dang it. All my traps. Don't seduce the traps either. That's not good. I'll deal with you soon. God forbid he seduce my traps. They're just going ape while on sending guys. Okay. Understand. Here comes the bloodsucker. Here comes everybody. On their way to slay you. No, we're not dealing with them yet. No, I'd like to. I'm in a position. I don't have mana. I don't have money to upgrade my phone yet.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
And now I have more things to start destroying. And I have them to deal with. So, currently, not in a position to do what I want to do. But just go kill the heroes. I'm in a position just to laugh at them. Laugh at them. Laugh at them. Trying to escape my wrath.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Where? That's a lot of enemies that are in the dungeon currently.
It's payday.
Okay.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. The brave and involuntary use of Barthas in the ritual unlocked a number of new options for the delighted evil. Things it would certainly build immediately. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Right, give my guys some breaks.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Jesus Christ. Okay. You wanna stop throwing stuff at my guys for like 2 seconds, please? Game. Be nice. I mean, I know I'm not being nice to them either, but you know. And kind of killing them over and over and over and destroy the gods, deities, and all that other stuff. I can't, you know, I'm kind of a very much the villain here. More gold, more gold, more gold. Walking on it.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
You won't walk even though we're valid.
Somehow the dawdling evil had still not built any of the new things, even though so many of them would be so useful, such as, for example, the transformation chamber.
Transformation chamber. So useful. Yeah, I'll get to that.
It is said that there are giants around here, but they are all currently elsewhere, as basketball season is here once again.
How many more people are going to keep sending? Dear Lord.
There are enemies in your dungeon. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
I'm getting back into a situation that I can handle. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Another spider death. Not my concern at the moment.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
And they're sending another one.
Remember the way you threw me onto that ritual platform, even though I didn't want you to? Just to unlock new things and skills. Fine! Then build the bloody things. We need a transformation chamber to create more powerful undead!
Jesus Christ! Okay, fine. I will walk. What is it? 5. Not enough gold. Once we get enough gold, I will make a transformation chamber. Go off. I am trying.
It's payday. Enemies have entered the dungeon. Enemies have entered the dungeon. Enemies have entered the dungeon. The negligent evil had let Barthas die. Although being undead, he was sure to return quickly enough.
Don't worry, you will have your day. Alrighty then. Money! Plenty of it. People that can do it? Plenty.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. Enemies have entered the dungeon. Payday.
Payday. That means we're quiet. I'm contemplating what to do. Currently, it is to kick the butt. you know, kind of dumb. I just keep walking in here like no big deal. And then send billions of people after me.
There are enemies in your dungeon. There are countless spiders pouring out of a room that was accidentally unearthed. Disgusting. It appeared that the Moldy Evil's workers had dug into a gold mine. It most certainly would not allow the Alliance to continue to plunder this gold.
Gold mine, eh? You know, that spire looks less appealing to kill. Fuck violence. What'd you die from? Oh, don't worry, we'll have you. Especially when I know that there's gold in there. I forgot to take that lock off. Oopsie.
There are enemies in your dungeon. There are enemies in your dungeon.
Is there? Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. Simple farmer, simple farmer, simple farmer. Oh.
Payday!
All things considering, even though I'm spending about, I don't know, 2 hours on this. Bad. Now take them out. More people to show up.
The lusting for glittering gold evil had killed all the Alliance troops in the gold mine. This side of the dungeon entrance was now free.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Yeah, we're gonna deal with that.
The elbow of the last men was once north of the wall, but they relatively quickly discovered that building an important pilgrimage site in an area full of zombies and man-eaters is rather dangerous. Why? One could be attacked every time one prayed.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
The corrupting evil had added a ghoul to its army. These emaciated brain biters were particularly well suited as melee fighters on the front lines.
Enough of that.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
If I'm undead and can't really die, I do still feel pain. So knock that shit off or I'm gonna fucking chin ya.
The
Yeah,
throne
doesn't
room
get
is
it.
under attack.
Oh no. This might be the end.
The throne room is under attack.
I'll load to the autosave. Immediately comes back and gets charmed.
With a crash, the throne room disappeared, and with it, the weedy little evil. Apparently, Meltisand was too strong an opponent for him. Tragic.
Let's load back. My blunder was leaving the dungeon with that area. Same time, God, they kept sending people. Oh, dang, am I being really all the way over here? Okay, good, they're dead.
The brave and involuntary use of Barthas in the ritual unlocked a number of new options for the delighted evil. Things it would certainly build immediately.
This is what I'll do. Start sending them out. Vampire suckers. So easy. Deal with. I'll just stop sending vampire at them. Eventually they'll make it. It'll be slow. Bad timing.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. There are enemies in your dungeon.
office. Send you out for now. You know, maybe next time. I'll just send a bunch of vampires constantly.
As often as I die, a life insurance policy would be an absolute goldmine.
I bet. Okay, now I'm going to do the smart thing. I can't tell.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Somehow the dawdling evil had still not built any of the new things, even though so many of them would be so useful, such as, for example, the transformation chamber.
Okay, that should be.
Payday.
It is said that there are giants around here, but they are all currently elsewhere, as basketball season is here once again.
Feeling pretty good. I think. I don't know. I don't know nothing about basketball. Is my vampires ready to be sent out? Yes, sounds like it. Or whatever these things are. Blood drinkers. Vampires. Vampires! You're what I say you are. Hey, congratulations, you killed one. You're not utterly useless.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Most of them hating on them, they actually get really useful. Very soon.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Alright, what led them in there?
Your throne room is under attack.
You dang fool! You foolish fool of a fool of a fool! I'll have you!
Spiders have spread throughout the underground.
And I am not worried about you. You! Go fit.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
With a rattle, Barthas went down. The enemy whispered,
For the North Watch.
and moved on.
Remember the way you threw me onto that ritual platform, even though I didn't want you to, just to unlock new things and skills? Fine, then build the bloody things. We need a transformation chamber to create more powerful undead.
Your throne room is under attack. Defend the throne room. Payday.
Quit praying, you can make me more money.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
You got time to pray, you got time to make
There are
money.
enemies in your dungeon.
Come on. Get going. Got people to suck. You vampires. Come on. Hellbot. You can do it. Hellbin. Hellbin. Faster and do it faster.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
What are you talking about? My treasury doesn't look bad. It looks, sort of okay. Yeah. The walls are in the way, yeah. Researching complete. Brilliant.
The upgrading evil had built a transformation chamber. It could simply toss weak undead creatures in there to create stronger ones. Go on, give it a spin.
First of all, you need to have do that. So I just yeeted
Enemies have entered the dungeon. It's payday.
The cuddly evil had awakened a gremlin. These cute and bloodthirsty creatures could set traps, bewitch enemies, or simply take a hearty bite out of an opponent. And when they weren't doing any of those, they took care of the graves in the cemetery.
I grab them, I'll stack this with. Throw this one in here. Yeah, doesn't have a little more room. Walk faster, minions. This actually is the cornerstone of how insane this game will let you get.
Death Evil had awakened a banshee. Not only could these screaming creatures damage eardrums, they could also make themselves invisible.
See, I can't put him in there because they'll do what they can do. Put a skeleton in there. Oh, you know, not. Banshees are pretty useful. Like better at making mana.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Like, I'm now having a bunch of mana being made just because she's a Banshee.
The scope-using evil had awakened the Deathbolt. As opposed to its name, it had kept up with the times and used an oversized gun to take out enemies at long range.
Honestly, it's really useful. Especially when you have constant heroes coming in. I'll just stack two of you, actually. And I can get this one. Chewy brain, stop eating your people. Oh no, wait, headbite is already in. Chewy brain, stay away from Brainy. Brainy, be good with Chewy Brain. Good hustles. I can't even pronounce half your guys' name.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
The brain-hungry evil had awakened a ghoul. These creatures were able to feast on the dead and could take a lot of damage.
I didn't mean for you to do that. Well, I guess we'll see what he can do. Die. Didn't mean for you to... Well, that wasn't a good representation of what he can
Enemies
do.
have entered the dungeon.
Once I can like make this area like efficient.
It's payday.
What? Which one this other girl? Oh. Okay, I'll just go on I wonder. No, you just stay useless. I can you. And really what this game just ends up being is you committing horrible acts to your creatures and becoming stronger for it. But what's the point of living if you don't get to say screw what you are and continue being something better? This stream's gonna go on for 3 hours because of my stupidity. Sorry, Amy.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
The elbow of the last men was once north of the wall, but they relatively quickly discovered that building an important pilgrimage site in an area full of zombies and man-eaters is rather dangerous. Why? One could be attacked every time one prayed.
You two looking for money?
There are enemies in your dungeon.
See, an issue I'm having is that I want this done. And I want this done. They aren't doing it. Once I have both these done, they'll actually be even doing more.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
That's why it's taking forever. I need these guys to actually boost up basic attack stuff. Once this gets done, everyone will have like tier 3 armor. Then you can do it again, make it tier 4. That's the issue I'm running into. Which means these guys become even easier to kill.
Payday.
Since I now know this area is a death trap for me, I go too far into it. Honestly, if I had to say anything,
There are enemies in your dungeon.
yeah, they want better. If I had to improve anything, just AI facing. Take a bath. Oh, I guess they need bigger baths. What the hell are you guys even doing? What are you doing?
There are enemies in your dungeon.
I haven't really done. I don't want to waste any more looking any more deep in a second. That should be good.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Money. You want money. Now, like, see, now they're barely doing anything. This is now attack 3.